Thank you for finding some time for yourself. And if you could take a deep breath in and a relaxing breath out. And before you begin to find relief in this experience, if you can close your eyes and begin to breathe in and breathe out in a deep sense of relaxation. And I wonder if you can associate this experience orienting your attention to your internal world, breathing in and breathing out, closer to your breath, little by little, moment by moment, focusing on your breath as you go deeper into this experience. And I don't know the last time anyone reminded you you make the world a better place, a special place, just by being in it. And so as I remind you, you make the world a better place just by being in it. I wonder if you can feel the connection from one soul to another soul. You really are perfect, just as you are. And there are so many aspects to this experience. Breathing in and breathing out. The sound of my voice. And I wonder if the right side of you is more relaxed than the left side, or if you can relax your neck, face, top of your head, to the tips of your toes, as you go deeper into this experience. And there are more aspects to the experience, aren't there? Your internal dialogue, maybe more distant, more space in between thoughts, or maybe not that at all, but something else. And there's the aspect of thinking, and going from thinking to realizing, and again the external dialogue, my voice, my word, providing you with possibility. And then there's the background noise, the sounds outside, the sound of silence. Breathing in and breathing out, little by little, moment by moment. And then there's your intense focus and your internal world, the different sensations, the sense of relief as your muscles relax, or the wonderful feeling that you can be still. And the reason why you make the world a special place just by being in it is because no one else is exactly like you. Out of the billions of humans on planet Earth, no one has the privilege to know what it's like to be you. And in the past, maybe you've felt that nothing's going to change. And I know you not only want to feel better, but be better. And even if you read all the books in the library, no one really has a manual for how to deal with life. And just like flicking through social media, there are cat videos that make us laugh, or politics that consume it. And there are feeds that make us angry or very moved or not engaged at all. And like watching a movie, there are so many different aspects. The sound, the images, their feelings, your feelings, our level of engagement, the choice to indulge or to turn it off. And then there are those well-spoken newsreaders that choose to be neutral, present the facts, almost like Dr. Spock. But all of those aspects combined give you the full experience. And nobody thinks dictionaries are written. They're just there and have been there since the dawn of time, on your desk or on your computer. And it was the lexicographer John Simpson that had the job where he would arrive each morning to work to plan how to define the next word of the alphabet for the Oxford English Dictionary. And John was first given training and given the task of reading some dry text, reading a translation of film language, an esoteric French text on semiotics of film. Unfortunately, it was already translated when he was asked to read it. His task was to find words and meanings and expressions that might prove useful to the Oxford English Dictionary, and to write them out on index cards. This was before the OED, the Oxford English Dictionary, went digital. And the dictionary was originally edited by academics who were just ordinary people. Thousands of people across hundreds of years who would share the exploration of the English language. Gentlemen, members of London clubs, with moments to spare before billiards or dinner. Elderly spinsters, literary figures, all contributing to the Oxford English Dictionary, sending in the results of their reading to the editor. And a good example of what would pause a lexicographer to contemplate would be in the book Jane Eyre. The statement, "Reader, I married him." And the word reader comes from the Anglo-Saxon period. But the question is, when did authors start to address the reader directly as reader? Is it Victorian? Was it Charlotte Bronte? Was it from William Cooper's My Gentle Reader in 1785? Searching the index cards of origin. And in life, nothing changes except when it does. Maybe you didn't expect to go through puberty, but you did. And maybe you knew you were going to grow old. One day, but not quite like this. And things don't change except when they do. And how times have changed with the word marriage, once known as a union between a woman and man. The word marriage has been around since the 1300s. The word borrowed from France. But back in 1976, it wasn't a controversial word. But nowadays it can get most people into deep trouble. And more recently, dictionaries have noted same-sex marriage. And the definition for a lexicographer remains a hotly contested issue. When crafting the definition, of the word married to accommodate this new modern feature of same-sex marriage, because it would falsely create the impression it has coexisted since the early days. And it isn't the first time the word marriage has been hotly contested. When it was once published to be pronounced in 1788 instead of married with an A, it was to be pronounced as marriage with an R. But that's a forgotten issue now. And the Oxford English Dictionary pays particular attention to a shift in change in the use of language, usually monitoring a word for 10 years, with substantial evidence in novels, films, television, magazines, in the public eye, before it makes its debut into the dictionary. And sometimes time can escape us. We couldn't wait to grow up and become an adult. But here we are now, all grown up. And the word crowdsourcing couldn't wait. And didn't wait long until it burst onto the pages of the Oxford English Dictionary in almost record-breaking speed. Of 7 years. The word crowdsourcing first appeared in Wired magazine in 2006. It developed from the word outsourcing. Crowd is a 16th century noun from an Old English verb, and source comes from Old French. But outsourcing is 1980s business jargon. And that is the sequence of linguistic change. In that logical order. And then there's the way we choose to react to words, movies, social media, and from different parts of our internal world. There are so many aspects that make you you. And while someone might react with uncertainty, and someone else might not react at all, and someone else might put their feelings on pause and react at a later date, there is something very important to remind yourself at any given moment that you can actually choose which aspect of an experience to focus on, what the best response is, which is different from focusing on how it makes you feel and what the most skillful way is to focus on something which is different from how it makes you react. And won't it be wonderful in the future to be more aware of all aspects of yourself? Your ability to care, self-care, caring for yourself. And I don't know if you'll be more empathetic to time, to change, to different people's views of the world. But what I do know is, you know something very important. You make the world a better place just by being in it. And when you're ready to reorient yourself back to your external world, you can take a deep breath in, breathing in and breathing out, wriggling fingers and toes, and opening your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.